Hello everyone, my name is Troy and welcome back to the KotLC Fanbase. Today I'm going to be doing a different style of video that I haven't done in quite a while. It is basically a rant type video where I'm going to go over some of the comparisons and the accusations about KotLC being a ripoff of Harry Potter. I've seen all this stuff online, these different comparisons that were being made, and put all this into like a document that I'm looking at right now, and I'm basically just going to be breaking down why I think some of these accusations are false about people comparing Harry Potter to KotLC. So it's going to be a super fun video. Make sure you do go ahead and like this video if you do enjoy it. Subscribe down below, it is completely free. Most people that are watching are not actually subscribed, so what are you doing? Go and subscribe. Make sure to leave your comments on this kind of topic or idea down below. I would love to read and respond to you guys, as well as make sure to watch my new music video and stream my new song. All the links are in the description. You might have heard that song playing in our last video. But let's get straight into it. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's talk about the main critique first, and that is essentially the magical school idea where Foxfire is a copy of Hogwarts. As you know, in Harry Potter, Hogwarts is this like magical castle that all the wizards, the young wizards, go to learn magic and such like that, and Foxfire is similar. Elves go and learn, you know, astrology and learn about their abilities and learn about elven history and such like that. So they're just different magical schools, and I'm here to say, why are we thinking this is a Harry Potter ripoff? Because Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling did not invent the idea of a magical school. This is not the first instance of that trope, and it is a trope. Like, a magical school in general is a trope, and we can't compare every other magical school to Hogwarts just because it's the most popular book and the most popular instance of this trope. Like, for example, I have a book right here that was written in, I think, 1968. Let me verify. 1968. It was written about a magical school. It's not like the whole portion of this book, but there is an instance in the book where the character goes to a magical school, and although there's not all of these different creative aspects to it like Hogwarts or Foxfire, it is a magical school. So we cannot say that J.K. Rowling created this concept because it was done way in advance before her. I think what makes this trope cool, like I personally love this trope and I actually want more authors to incorporate this. I think what makes it cool is that every author does it differently. Hogwarts has some unique things like the point systems and like the different houses. That's just so unique and super cool, and like the moving staircases and such. Foxfire has different systems with like different hidden rooms and like the healing center and different classes and such, and just a whole different way of learning with one-on-one kind of mentoring and stuff like that. They're just totally different takes on a trope that has been around for, you know, hundreds of years. So people that are saying it's a copy of Harry Potter just solely for the fact that it's similar to Hogwarts, you're very well mistaken. Another difference that I can just name off the top of my head is that KotLC, you know, Foxfire, like people go like to and from school every single day, but Hogwarts in Harry Potter is a boarding school. So that's essentially all I wanted to talk about. Now we are just going to get into some of the things that I saw online that were being compared and just kind of break down my thoughts on them. Because yes, some of them are absolutely true, but I feel like not a lot of them are true. I will say one thing that, you know, is similar is the kind of wizard or elf living with muggles or humans. That is very similar. That kind of elf or that wizard living with human parents and then kind of realizing that they're special, that's the same. And I feel like that might not even be original to Harry Potter, but it might be. I can't say that it hasn't been written before, but I will say the chosen one trope in general is also, again, not unique to Harry Potter. The chosen one trope where, you know, they realize that they're magical, or they realize that they are the chosen one, the prophesized one to do this thing. Even Rick Riordan, no one compares, you know, Percy Jackson to Harry Potter, but they have the same similar chosen one trope. It's a similar concept between all of these amazing popular books, and I don't think we can say that it originated from Harry Potter because, like I said, they're absolutely, probably 1000% has been a book before Harry Potter that J.K. Rowling got inspired from, where she kind of incorporated this sort of idea. I think it's safe to say that J.K. Rowling did not come up with every single element in her book. She definitely has read literature in her life, and she's used that to fuel the story. She definitely has some inspirations, I believe. And another big idea that I see compared online is the idea of like a Neverseen, like in the Death Eaters, they're the same thing, but I think that's absolutely false. I feel like the idea of a rebel group, again, is not original. Who can say that J.K. Rowling owns or patents the idea of having a rebel group against the government? That's not something that she can just be like, that's my idea, because you know, even in history, we've had rebel groups. Every book has an antagonist. Sometimes that antagonist is in the form of a group. That's all I can say. Like, that's not original to Harry Potter. Another comparison I saw online was the Weasleys being compared to the Vackers, and this is so far from true. They're not like the same at all. Just because they are both compassionate families doesn't mean they're similar in nature, especially like due to their wealth differences. Another thing, everyone's comparing the Black Swan to the Order of the Phoenix, and again, like I said, can there not be a group of protagonists? Why are we always comparing that to the Order of the Phoenix? And the Order of the Phoenix confuses me so much as well, because it was like not as prominent, you know what? Like the Black Swan is actually like a very fundamental group in the KotLC series. The Order of the Phoenix is very much kind of laid back and chill, and actually not a big part of the series, I feel like. I also have people online saying that Dex is Ron. I have people saying online that Dex is Hermione, and this just represents the duplicity and just people making stuff up, honestly, because if there was really that strong of a similarity, everyone would be saying the same thing. Because people are saying Dex is like Hermione and Ron, it makes it seem like there's not a clear correlation. I even saw online that Malamute was being compared to Bertie Bott's Every Flavor Beans. How are we comparing desserts now? It's just a dessert. How are you comparing that? Malamute was not inspired by Bertie's Flavor Beans at all. I feel like some of the Elven desserts are actually some of the most creative aspects and like sentiments of the KotLC series. Another thing I found is both will sacrifice themselves for the greater good and will disobey rules if it means they can stop the evil. Is this unique to Harry Potter? Have writers been writing stuff like this for centuries? Yes, it's always been that fictional characters have to sacrifice themselves. You know what I mean? Scarlet Letter, such a good example of that. At the end of the day, you can make as many comparisons as you want. You're just trying to draw similarities when they are very two fundamentally different books. I feel like at the end of the day, Harry Potter is very much focused on world building. When you think of Harry Potter, you think of the castle, you think of all the landscapes, and you think of all the classes and the magic and stuff like that. But when you think of KotLC, I really, at least me, I think of the characters. So I think they're just different on that level. I think their stories are so much different. I think this idea of like drawing similarities between books is just in general not something that I like subscribe to, because every author is inspired by each other. Of course, I'm pretty sure Shannon Messenger was absolutely inspired by Harry Potter, and she probably did subconsciously write some of Harry Potter into her book. You know, that's just something that comes out. Like when I write song lyrics, I sometimes write lyrics that are eerily similar to lyrics that I've heard. That's just things that people do. It's just like a human mistake. But I also think it's not right to say that J.K. Rowling invented all of these things because they've been around for centuries, and to call her the originator of them, I think is actually offensive to the writers who actually were creating some of these concepts. So yeah, I just want to kind of erase the stigma behind this argument and just make it more of a constructive one. I feel like making similarities between books as like book recommendations, I feel like that's super helpful. But when you're trying to tear down a book and just trying to compare it to Harry Potter and say it's a Harry Potter spin-off, that's not really helping anything, because Harry Potter is such a generic book. You could compare any book to Harry Potter, if you know what I mean. But that's all I had to say about this topic. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, and please do comment down below. Like I said, I'm really excited to see what you guys have to say about this rant, because I feel like I presented a lot of good points, and I'm going to look forward to some of your counter arguments, because I know some of you are going to bring them, and I'm excited. So definitely let me know your thoughts, good or bad, positive or negative. Don't worry, I won't be offended. I welcome your opinions in the comments down below. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I think only like 10% of our subscribers actually hit the notification bell, so if you're watching this and you're not getting our notifications, call my CD, say, what are you doing? Because it's a jolly old time over here. Also, make sure that you go check out my music. I'll put all the links in the description. I released a new song earlier, and also let me know some ideas if you have any ideas for like a KotLC song. I released one KotLC song. I'm looking to release a second one. When I look into your eyes. Maybe this year, I don't know, we'll see. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and keep staying awesome, keep staying magical, and you're the best. See you guys next time. Bye!